Hey everyone, this is David Brown with the migration update for April 18th, 2023 from the Braddock Bay Hawk Watch. I started the day off at sunrise at the Braddock Bay East Spit. It was cloudy other than a small sliver of sunshine on the horizon, and it wasn't very birdy. I would say the most noticeable difference was an influx of barn swallows. I moved over to the platform in Braddock Bay Park and started the Hawk Watch at 9 a.m. The day remained cloudy except for a little bit of sunshine breaking through here and there, but mostly a thick overcast with occasional rain showers and even a little bit of grapple. Winds were moderate out of the west-southwest and then becoming stronger and shifting more westerly in the afternoon. Walking around Braddock Bay Park before we started the Hawk Watch, we spotted this really pale northern flicker. You can see that the patterning on the back is much paler than on a normal northern flicker. And here's a shot of the same bird as it flew up into a tree. It didn't take too long until this sandhill crane flew by, and actually around the same time we had a distant golden eagle that never came close enough for photos, but a couple good birds right at the start of the day, so I was hoping that it would be a pretty good day. Had a bit more raptor activity early. Here's a sharp-shinned hawk overhead. Here's an adult bald eagle. Here's a male blue-winged teal. Notice that white crescent on the face. It's one of the less common duck species that we see. Here's an adult red-tailed hawk. So all red tails show the dark patagial bars and belly band. And it's an adult, so it has a dark trailing edge and a red tail. Here we have an adult Cooper's hawk acting territorial and chasing a turkey vulture away. And here's one more look at the Cooper's hawk chasing the turkey vulture. Here's a killdeer flying by. Notice the double breast band. Here's a juvenile bald eagle, so one that was born last year. Here's an American kestrel that perched in a tree for a few moments, and we know it's a female because of that brown patterning on the back. Here's a juvenile red-tailed hawk. So again, we see the dark patagial bars and belly band, but it's a juvenile, so it does not have that bold, dark trailing edge to the wing or the red tail. And here's another angle of a juvenile red-tailed hawk. We had two common ravens fly over together, and this one was really ratty looking. Here's another adult bald eagle. You can see the white head and tail. And we had a decent number of bald eagles today. Seems like in the past week, the bald eagle numbers had been fairly low, but today we had somewhere around 13 or so migrants. So good to see moderate numbers of eagles on an otherwise slow day. And there was another sandhill crane in the afternoon. In the afternoon, when it was raining a little bit more and the wind started to pick up, I moved and watched from the car for the last few hours. If we take a look at the eBird checklist from the East Spit in the morning, only 43 species, so relatively low compared to other recent days out there. And from Braddock Bay Park, I had 59 species today. Taking a look at hawk count for our migrant raptor totals, today we had 72 turkey vultures, 13 bald eagles, 5 northern harriers, 15 sharp-shinned hawks, 1 Cooper's hawk, 3 broadwings, 20 red tails, 1 golden eagle, and 2 American kestrels for a total of 132 migrants. So today's total ended up being relatively low compared to what we were hoping for with those favorable west-southwest winds. I think it was just a factor of so much cloud cover and rain in the area, and also just the cold temperatures overall. So a little bit less activity than I had predicted, but you learn something new every time about the weather. Today brings the April total to 16,335 and the season total to 25,507. We had 1 new species for the season, which was a Virginia rail calling from the marsh. Looking at the forecast for tomorrow, looking at cloudy skies early, then partly cloudy, high in the low 50s. Winds west-northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. So that wind direction is slightly unfavorable, and it's a relatively strong wind. So there will be some activity, but I would say there probably won't be a huge amount of activity. And we'll probably either be hiding behind the platform or sitting in our cars, depending on how slow it ends up being. But wouldn't expect that big of a day tomorrow. For Thursday, looking partly cloudy, high in the low 50s. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20. So that's a bit of a lake breeze. Might end up going to Frisbee Hill and watching from there, but overall wouldn't expect much migration. And for Friday, partly cloudy and then cloudy with a chance of a rain shower. It's warmer at least, high around 70. Winds southwest shifting northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So it's a relatively light wind. It might even go to a lake breeze on us. It's an interesting day. We'll have to keep an eye on that to see if it truly does stay southwest. But with as weak as the wind is going to be, I wouldn't expect a huge amount of activity. And I would bet as the day warms up, the lake breeze will kick in. All right, well, today turned out to be a little bit of a dud. A couple highlights here and there with the cool flicker and getting Virginia rail and a couple sandhill cranes, but not the big raptor flight we were hoping for. But that just means that there will be a lot more to come some other day, so I hope you can visit us soon at the Braddock Bay Hawk Watch. From Lyco Birds, this is David Brown. Thanks for watching.